everybody, whether you're on the East Coast, West Coast, or around the world. This is Coast to Coast. We got a full house today. What's happening, gentlemen?
I'll tell you what. Oh, go ahead, Pags.
No, you go ahead, Jay, because I got something to say.
No, I didn't have much. I just wanted to say, Bo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, you can't say that. It's out of this world. It's out of this world.
Coming from you, we don't have to worry about it being taken out of context. If there was ever some context, then it would be fine.
Touche. But no. I thought it was interesting. The Astros are really cooling off now, and you guys, I think the M's are doing pretty well going into All-Star break. So I'm curious to see how our season or how our series coming out of the All-Star is going to look, because you guys are not too far behind us right now at this point.
I mean, we're 5 games back. So we only gained we gained 2 games on you by sweeping Detroit. I was surprised they swept Detroit.
Yeah, me too.
Especially the way they did it.
Scoring like 70 runs.
Yeah, no, like it was insane. I think they legitimately put like 35 runs on them. Absolutely just a bizarre showing of bats after not really doing much. So that being said, it's the All-Star break, and we've seen this movie before. So
but you've had something happen yesterday, and I'll preface it with that, is that that may have been the spark necessary, interestingly enough, because you had a childhood dream come true last night. That being said, that sucked balls last night. They got to figure out a different way of doing this.
They have to go back to the old format. Just do the standard 10-out format that they used to have and be done with it. Enough with this timed round bull crap. Enough with, you hit the ball 450 feet, you get 30 extra seconds. Oh, you hit another one 450 feet, you get 30 more seconds. Enough with the gimmicky crap. Go back to the 10-out.
I think they should go 7, 5, 3. You got 8, so bring it down into a quarterfinals thing. I like the competition. 7, 5, 3. 7 outs, 5 outs, 3 outs. You want to try to get it 2.5 hours. You're trying to give the people something. I do believe that they should bring back the bunts. Like they should try to figure out how to do bunts. I also believe that, and I know they won't do this, but I think that they should do a pitching thing. They should make pitchers try to do pitch. And I know the reason why they won't do that, because they got to warm up and then they're terrible for the next day. I think that there should be another way of making that happen, where they are like hitting spots or doing wherever. Like, bring in 20 pitchers. It's an all-star game. If you're going to start to bring in guys that don't deserve to be there, like the guy throwing 105 miles an hour, and I understand why they did it. I actually think, as much as the Phillies are bitching and complaining and crying that guy is in there, truth of the matter is that they decided not to go. That was their own fault.
Yeah.
So, but if you're going to bring in 30 pitchers, who cares? You know what I mean? And have a skills competition for the pitchers.
Yeah.
I think that, where, hey, like hitting, like quarter-size bullseyes in the square, or something ridiculous like that. Like, I think that there's something to be said. Or funnier yet, bring in wiffle ball pitchers to try to pitch to major league players with wiffle ball bats. I think that would be a lot of fun too. Again, not sure how that all works out, because they're going to say, "Oh, well, now I'm using a bat that weighs nothing, and I just tore my rotator cuff for swinging too far out or whatever." They need something different. The home run derby sucks ass. But the winner, I'm so glad Cruz didn't win.
Yeah.
And that your guy did win, because one, I think it's the spark you guys need. Like I said, your leading home run guy just happened to create a childhood fantasy come true.
Yes.
And I got to imagine amongst anything else, it doesn't matter how many guys are there at the All-Star game with him. The fact that occurred, the whole team's got to be super excited about that. And they can rally around that.
Right. Yeah, and it doesn't hurt the fact that you got a really good pitching prospect out of the draft. So I mean, you're doing a lot of good things for the future. Were you surprised they went pitcher and maybe not more offense for Seattle at that pick?
Yeah, you almost think they did that because they know they're not going to pay one of their pitchers.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was cool to see Cal win. The guy that he knocked out in the first round by less than like a half an inch.
Rooker.
He's a little butthurt about it. And the thing that's funny is I'm surprised that they took it down to that level as opposed to just letting the guys have like a hit off, right? Like you both get 5 balls.
You both get 3 outs. No, just do the 3 out thing again.
The 3 outs or whatever, right? Like it seems like that would have been a better situation than, you won by half an inch. It's like, yeah, I mean, that's fairly subjective, right? So,
right.
Because I mean,
and
you're kind of calculating where it might have landed
before it even started that Chisholm shouldn't have been in there. I was just about to call him Jism.
Chisholm should not have been there.
Not at all. Not at all. Well, First off, you got Judge sitting there, and you got Chisholm doing it. Like that's what you're doing. Like
Judge said he's not going to do it ever again. So that kind of takes him out of the mix.
So at that point, probably because of the same thing, it's like, first off, it makes no sense. Oh, let's call timeout whenever you feel like calling the timeout. The 40 pitches that you're supposed to get, most people don't get through them. You know what I mean? Because that becomes and then the one pitcher, the one guy's his dad, obviously, and he's not a pitcher all the time. So ultimately, if he throws it in the dirt like 4 times, well, there's 10% of your pitches lost in the dirt that you didn't even get to swing at.
So I guess the difference there is, he's not a pitcher, but Cal's dad was a pitching coach for Tennessee. So, I mean, dude's throwing 1 million baseballs. So,
and I get it. Like I said, it was done.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it was a childhood dream come true.
Yep.
Which
he had his little brother behind him. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, catching and stuff like that. So I mean, that was fun to kind of be witness that, like that whole dream come true type of situation. That being said, it's because of the fact that you got to swing 40 times. No time ever in baseball is that a thing. You take 10 swings in batting practice.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's what you should do. Maybe that's what they should do. 10 swings. Then the other guy comes in and does 10 swings. The problem is that, again, you got to switch pitchers. You got to do all that stuff. It becomes a pain in the ass. You have the one girl who's bull rushing everybody else to try to catch the ball. Doesn't matter. Like that one girl, she was just like, oh, I missed this one, and like knocking kids over to get to the ball. Which is always kind of funny to me.
I liked the kid that robbed the home run. Like that was fantastic. They counted it because it was clearly going over the wall. But it was hilarious because he went and robbed that home run. I'm like, oh, you're going to be on Sports Center for sure.
Right, exactly. But I think that they got to do it so much differently. And the other thing is that, again, this is something that if done properly, you could possibly have a lot of fan engagement.
Yeah.
You could have home run derbies in each ballpark where you pick your best fan to do that, to hit home runs. And the winners from each club sends their one representative to the. I mean, they're saying that they need one player per thing. Again, I think they should change that too. I don't think that, I think all stars should be all stars, and
Yes.
but you want the fan engagement. You want them to do this. Have home run derbies in each ballpark. Engage the fans.
Sure.
Have the fans, win. Whoever wins, the home run derbies, because you could have like 3 or 4 of them throughout the first half of the year.
Sure.
Choose the 4. Have one big one, and then while everybody's sitting around waiting for the hour and a half, trying, they're getting everything ready, getting all the cameras ready, blah, 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 blah. You could have a home run derby with every fan of these 30 teams and bring it down to the final 4. And even the best part about it is that you could do that like early in the day, and the winner of that get to compete.
I mean, they would never do that, but
that would be kind of fun.
It would be interesting for sure.
Also, let these guys use corked bats. I mean, they might be anyways. I kind of feel like that they should be, but let them use corked bats for this. Let them hit home runs. Let them hit 600-foot home runs.
I mean, that's what Sammy Sosa used to do when he was doing the home run derby. He was using cork bats.
Right.
And then about a month later, he got busted for a cork bat because the new bat boy gave him the wrong bat.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's be smart. Let's be smart. Let's not bring it into the game. But like this is just a hey. But let them use whatever bat they want to use.
Let them use metal.
No, because then every ball will be a home run.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't want to kill the kid that's trying to field the ball in short left field because he's the one that's not sitting with everybody because he wants to get his own ball, and you hit a line drive and it just takes his head off.
Yeah, right. You just hit a rocket at him. Like, we understand how you are as a coach, but like in general, people don't want to murder their kids.
But
that doesn't have good rating, so.
Again, I talked about it. They listened to us, when I said, hey, listen, they should switch to flag football. And what did they do? They switched the game to flag football now. Yeah, they heard me. And I've been talking about that for years. It's time to do something different. You know what I mean? I think that, or like I said, have the all-star wiffle ball game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That'd be kind of fun. Yeah. Stick ball. Half ball, do whatever. Bring back the nostalgia, the things that used to get the kids out playing. That's what baseball has to do a little bit. I feel like baseball's missing. Like, everybody watched because, of course, yesterday, taking out women's sports, yesterday and tomorrow are the 2 days ever in the year that there are no sports. Taking out women's sports now. I know women's sports changes that a little bit. I'm also not including soccer, which could fall into the category. But ultimately, it's something that I think that baseball is missing. And also, give everybody a day off. You're giving them 4 days off anyway. Give them the 5th day off. Have the game on Wednesday. Give them 2 days off before, 2 days off after, and starting again on the Saturday, Sunday, where you have like a double header on that Saturday. Because you want the Friday to be able to go get the games made up that you have to make up because of the rains and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all should be done. I don't understand why they aren't doing it. I don't get it. That baseball is really missing the point. And I think that there are lots of other things they could do. bring in, like I said, bring in guys, like football players to hit in the home run derby. You know what I mean? And have like the short porch. You know,
almost like going back to celebrity sports where celebrities go out there and play and play for
exactly.
charities or whatever.
Like I like how hockey did it because obviously hockey, there's a lot of skills that you need and you can do things a lot differently. Baseball doesn't have those skills like that. So, but and maybe instead of having pitchers, instead of doing the pitchers, find out who's got the fastest arm outside of pitchers. Like guys that play right field or left field and can throw guys out quick as stuff. Like, let's find that out. Find out, like, let's do an outfielder competition. Throwing home. You know what I mean? Getting all these things together. Getting guys that can throw home and getting the guy out or safe and stuff like that. Let's do some of that. Like, I think that there's so much more that could be done other than watching commercials.
That's true. Well, yeah, there's a lot of damn commercials.
Yeah, no, it's there's definitely something that needs to change about it. The rushing through, it's funny because that actually favors some of the shorter guys that have a quicker bat motion.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you're watching some of that last night, you're watching some of those guys with a long swing. You're just like, yeah, they're never going to get through that because of the time limit.
Mm-hmm. And that's why the 10 out. That's why the 10 outs was that format. I think was better because now you hit a home run, you could have one that takes like 4 or 5 seconds to come down, and that pitcher can't throw the next pitch until that ball comes down. So you're wasting all this time waiting for that ball to hit the seats versus when it was 10 outs.
That's not true. So what happened was that the first guy up, he was pitching through those.
You're not supposed to. They're not supposed to count them. You're supposed to wait till the ball hits the basically the fans is when the next pitch is supposed to come. You're not supposed to throw them until that ball lands.
Yeah. So, but the first guy was not doing that. Now maybe they said afterwards, "Hey, you gotta wait." But like some of these are moonshots. I mean, some of these pop-ups are like a mile high.
Oh yeah.
You gotta wait for it to come down. I mean, that's 7 seconds in itself.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just think that there are so many other things that they could do. I understand that's what gets, all the girls' panties wet. You know what I mean? Home runs. But it's just, again, it's one of these situations that is gone. It's lost. It's no longer doing what it was supposed to do. And there are other ways that they can make this happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Gino, a lot of the All-Star game, celebrity softball, I should say, those all happened in the respective cities. So,
well, they still have that one, but now instead of doing it, they used to broadcast it after the home run derby was over.
Yeah.
Now they do it on Saturday, 2 days before the home run derby.
Okay.
I got you. Yeah, because I mean, a bunch of them happened yesterday. So
I think Ludacris was in the celebrity softball game because obviously it took place in Atlanta. I think there was Jamal Anderson, the old Falcons running back, played in it.
Yeah.
A couple of old Atlanta Hawks played in it.
And by the way, Joe, there is a professional blind baseball league that local team from my area is the world champions. They are the world champions. Actually, I interviewed the guy here at Dolan's when I found out that they were the world champions. So they do have blind baseball.
I'm guessing they hit off a tee.
No, they do not. They have pitching and catching and stuff like that. The ball's got
That's crazy.
A whistle to it and stuff like that. And like, it's obviously this is, it's a real thing and it's not simple. I mean, I got to imagine that there's got to
be harder than regular baseball, obviously, even because you can't see nothing.
Right.
That's crazy. I didn't know they had that. Huh. I'll be damned.
So, but yeah, they do have it, and like I said, I was surprised. I didn't realize that they also had the over 70 league, over 80 league baseball.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
Over 80, where they play out in Arizona and Florida, and they have world championships.
That's insane. Breaking hips, sliding into home.
There's not much sliding anymore.
No,
Yeah, I was thinking, you got to get enough speed to slide. Come on, they're talking over 80. You're not exactly like.
Hey, they're going around there with electric golf carts or the wheelchairs.
Yes, they're out there. This is sponsored by Hoverround.
Well, every contestant gets one free life alert to take home with them.
That's right. I've fallen, but I was actually just sliding, so it's fine.
You got me in mid slide.
Hey Jay, you know what? And I haven't seen you for a minute. Are you flooded?
No. That was northwest of me.
I have a buddy who's in the middle of that. He's not in the middle of it. He's just outside of it, but he's gotten when you were talking about how everything was flooding a year ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Similar situation. He's in that same boat, but he's got some fairly close neighbors that just with everything that's going on. If you guys haven't heard about the stuff happening in Texas,
it's pretty crazy. I'll tell you, the Guadalupe River don't play around. I've been on that Guadalupe River. It's down around San Marcos and Southwest University and all that. That San Marcos River don't play around. Those rapids, I mean, you're looking at, I don't know how high it goes up, but they got some serious competition rapids in that damn thing. And I feel bad for them. I know that stretch of woods, and it's not a good spot.
Well, I remember watching the one thing on Instagram where they were watching the river come. There was no river there, and they were on the streets, and they watched it come, and then they moved off to the side, and the one was like a kid who was still up close, and the dad's like, move back. But it was, that kind of stuff is crazy.
Yeah, because it ain't the depth of water that gets you; it's that current. Man, that current is no.
Well, it's also the debris, right?
That too. I mean, that's a whole other. Yeah, that's a whole other issue. Debris. Yeah, no, it sucks.
Yeah, the world is going to hell in a handbasket.
Man, I'm telling you, it really is. There's a lot of stuff going on in this world right now.
Have you been paying attention to what's going on around your way, Bo?
As far as
some of the activity that's offshore.
Oh no.
Yeah, I tell you what, put on the tinfoil hat, and then figure out how far you are away from the shoreline.
Oh, not far enough.
Yeah, they're talking. I mean, I don't know. I love putting on my tinfoil hat sometimes. That animals are starting to migrate out of Yellowstone.
Oh yeah.
And like the bears starting to migrate out of Yellowstone in herds, and nobody's ever seen that before. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's
the Planet of the Apes stuff right there.
No, that's not Planet of the Apes. That's bears.
Planet of the
Apes. But animals have a very distinct, feel, and the fact that bears are migrating out, that tells me that there's only a couple more months before either that one or I think it sets off a chain. I think that there's going to be a colossal shift happening.
There is quite a bit of earthquake activity within some of our volcanoes here in Washington State.
That's what it's going on. That's all volcano activity, and it's starting off from not the San Andreas, but the plate Yeah, it's actually in the water.
Yeah, well, we have multiple fault lines here. So, I mean, basically, Seattle's just built on a bunch of them. And we have a bunch of different volcanoes. So the one that is getting a little bit more action as of late is Mount Rainier, which is, one of the biggest mountains in the world. And the thing that's interesting about, so this will be for the more you know segment for those of you tuning in. The way that Rainier is constructed is actually layers of dirt and ice, right? And so if that one actually does pop off, you'll see basically 100-foot tall mudslides. And if you're familiar with the area, Rainier isn't overly close to cities like Renton, like that. It's quite a ways away. However, that is part of the volcano evacuation zone. And if that mudslide were to go through the way that they're talking about, that mudslide would actually come all the way through Auburn, Kent, Renton to find its way to the Puget Sound. So, I mean, you're talking, miles and miles away of this thing just leveling everything.
Yeah,
so,
and the evacuation wouldn't go east. It would actually have to go north.
It's going north. Yes.
It would have to go north.
You basically have to outrun the mudslide, which, good luck. But
good thing about mud is that it doesn't move super, super fast. But when you're running,
in that scenario.
Well, it would move, but also the trees help with that and stuff like that. It's not like water. Mud is little thicker than water, so you do have a little bit more. Although, listen, if we're having those types of capacities, we got problems.
Well, no question. But it would move a lot faster than just like when you think of mud, because all of the glacier water would be superheated. So it'd be like boiling mud, right? So it would move quite a bit quicker than just like, making a mud pie in your yard.
Right.
Now it's got to cover a lot of ground. So naturally, it would take a little while. So if you were in Kent or Renton, you could probably outrun it. If you're in places like South Auburn, Puyallup, maybe not.
I feel like I'm in science class right now. I'm waiting for Bill Nye to come out.
Hey, that's why I said this is the more you know segment.
I feel like, man, should I be doing charts and graphs over here? What should I be doing?
Little graphic queued up.
From point A to point B,
St. Helens is also having some increased action right now. The one that isn't really getting any activity is Baker, which is to the north of us. That's another one that is always covered in glacier, right? So if that one goes off, that one takes out all of Bellingham, stuff like that. So, I mean, it's... pretty crazy. Now, if Yellowstone goes, that's a whole different animal.
Well, if Yellowstone goes, that means we're all in trouble at that point.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one they talk about. If it pops off, you see another ice age.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the world's only super volcanoes, right? And so that's one where it's like, okay, that changes the landscape of planet Earth in general.
Right.
Well, and that's why they don't think that is going to be the one that goes off, but that's giving some rumblings, and that's maybe what's scaring the animals. But ultimately, it's going to be the one that's the plate that's in that there is a big volcano there, not a super volcano, but a big volcano that's in, right by that first plate that's up towards Oregon. It's actually that volcano is there. If that was to go, that could create tsunamis that would be range into the 500-foot plus range.
So if we were to end up with something like that, it probably wouldn't hit us because we're not out by the coast, right? Because we have the Puget Sound. So you'd be looking at things like, Forks and, stuff like that is actually La Push, Long Beach, all of that. Those are all the coastal front. Things like Seattle would have some protection because of the Olympic Peninsula. Now, would they still get hit? Sure, because it would come down, the channels above that, but it wouldn't get hit with the size of it, right? That would all be the outside Olympic coast. Now, when you get to Oregon, that's a different animal. Like they'd get ran over.
Yeah. And there's only trees and flat ground for the most part out there until you get to the mountains.
Yeah.
So, but because they said that if that was to go off, that San Francisco would be a goner. San Francisco would be the part of that. But because they said that the ground there on the coast would actually drop 6 feet. So imagine, because you have the water disappear and then the ground dropping 6 feet, and then you have that tidal wave coming back because it would be like a tsunami. It would be very it's just interesting to watch in terms of
it's every destruction movie ever, right? Like Day After Tomorrow. Here we go.
Just in science class.
But they were saying that those volcanoes going off actually takes the pressure off of Yellowstone.
That's
of course. Yeah. Although the thing that's funny with Yellowstone is that place is consistently active, right? Which is why they have, the water chutes and everything. And exactly. So it's that one is always going. But yeah, we do have a lot of newer action here in Washington.
I wonder what the likelihood is of Yellowstone going off. Like, is that like 1 in 10 million or?
It's a timing thing. So, like for us, most of our volcanoes are based on history, are overdue for eruptions.
Yep.
Right.
And so that's why there's always so much interest when you start seeing increased, volcanic activity, because they're like, look, we're already hundreds of years overdue for an eruption. And when you're looking at the size of the volcanoes that we have here, you're talking about changing the landscape of Western Washington.
Of the world even.
Well,
like
no, they're not going to create.
Well, Yellowstone. I guess they're talking about Yellowstone. You said if Yellowstone, I guess it was a big enough volcano that could induce an ice age, right?
Well, so that there's a difference between like volcanoes and then the super volcano, and so that one can create enough ash that will be in the atmosphere long enough to lower the temperature of the Earth. That's why they say that you can create that scenario. When it comes to ones that we have here in Western Washington, whether it's, Baker, Rainier, and Rainier's huge, right? Like it's a huge mountain, but at the same time, its ash plume wouldn't significantly change the temperature of the planet.
Right.
Yellowstone has that potential. Not to say that it would, but it has the potential to. And so that's where those concerns come in.
Mm-hmm. How many super volcanoes are like that in the world? Is it just a handful of them, or?
Yeah, I think there's only 6.
Yeah, like they're very few. Yeah. And the thing with other volcanoes is underground chambers are moving, right, with the plates, which is why you see things like the Hawaiian Islands start to grow new islands, because those plates are moving, and you'll see that some of the existing ones become less active, and then all of a sudden there's one starting to grow under the water, and that's because those plates are moving around. The thing with Yellowstone is it's a spot where they come together, and so that one gets to stay a hot spot forever. That's why it doesn't shift in any way.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to science class, everybody.
Well, say, man, damn, I feel like, is there an exam right now? I think I can answer at least 10 questions.
I feel like you didn't take enough notes, Jay.
Oh, no. I take copious notes. I listen very, very well. Very, very well. I have an acute sense of hearing.
Dustin, you should
shut
up.
This mind can duplicate everything it sees.
What was that, Bo?
I said you should shut up.
Hey, these glasses record everything, so I got enough notes taken.
Oh, damn.
There we go.
There's always that one guy.
Just watch it back.
Hey, listen. Don't think that you're going to be immune to any of this stuff, because if people are starting to flee, they're all going to Green Bay.
Oh,
they can come here. They will leave. They will leave in a week. They can come here.
man, you know, if
Green Bay's such a hot spot.
It's going to be real cold there.
Oh,
hey, I'll take the cooler temperatures right now. I'm done with the tonight's gonna be a pretty active weather night here, I think, though.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a high of 94 today with a heat index of 102, and then tonight it's supposed to drop down to 52. So it could be a pretty active storm weather tonight, because there are supposed to be storms. So when you have a 40-degree drop in about 7-8 hours, it's going to be pretty active tonight.
Appreciate that, Rob.
Yeah, it was actually pouring here about 20 minutes ago, and now the sun's out.
Yeah, New York City subways right now are underwater.
Yeah, that's how it's going here too. Off and on rain. No real flood, just off and on rain, which is fine. Hey, listen, I never turned down God's free water because my water bill with the sprinklers is pretty heavy. So I don't mind God's free water.
Yeah,
just don't give me the whole flood. Don't need the whole flood. God's free water we love.
Yeah, I forgot you got those rocks. That's pretty cool, Rob. So he got a couple pieces of a meteorite and a moon rock and stuff. So pretty cool.
You probably brought out that Taiwanese lady at the flea market. Don't believe everything you hear. You're really just holding a old cow turd. That's really all you're really holding.
It's a space peanut.
She just told you it was a meteor.
That's the best line from Joe Dirt ever. It's a space peanut. He's like dipping fries off the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
good
a big
time.
old ball of poopy.
We got 23 more minutes. Where do we go? Anybody got any good recipes lately? Any good food recipes?
I mean, we could talk about sports. Incidentally,
We could. I mean, I've been. I don't know what. Nothing really going
there's
on.
this whole thing at the end of the Coast to Coast logo that says sports that would allude to the fact that that's probably what we talk about.
How
although
about
not all the time.
Hey, did you guys see the new player who's playing for Chelsea?
No.
President Trump.
Oh man.
He was like there amongst them all, cheering right with them, like he was on the team.
Wow. Okay.
Good
Weird.
for him.
All right.
Yeah, he gave up the gold cup, and they're all there, or the plate, or whatever it is, and he's like right there with them,
Good for them.
cheering on. And the fact that they won, I'm like, wow, that's funny. Yeah.
Huh.
So
Oh,
yeah,
that's fun. So
lots of stuff.
I'm glad this show ends when it does, because my wife just sent me a text. Somebody came to the door while we were on the show, right? And she sends me a text with a heads up. PUD has to swap out the meter, and they're going to shut the power off at 11. It's like, oh, that's an important piece of trivia.
Yeah, that's like in 19 minutes. Thank you for letting me know that.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe we'll end a little early, but just in case they want to.
Maybe.
Their clock's 5 minutes early, and then this show will just go on and on and on.
Forever.
This show is brought to you by Bose Electric Company.
Right? Fortunately for me, our show ends at 10 my time. So, it's an hour before they decide to yank a meter off my wall. But
I mean, yanking a meter off the wall sounds like a pretty serious thing you should have already known about.
I sure didn't. Yeah, they came to the
They
door.
they don't ever tell you that. They show up pretty much. They did the same thing to me yesterday. They were supposed to.
Yeah, but you probably didn't pay your bill.
No, they were supposed to take up my gas meter and
No,
replace the gas
they
meter.
just lock it, right? Like they just lock it if you don't pay your bill. They don't just yank the thing off the building.
Yeah, they whenever they want to change a meter, they just show up and tell you, "Oh, we're changing your meter." Like yesterday, they came to my house to change the gas meter, and all of a sudden, a lady knocks back at my door. We can't take your gas meter off because the screw is so rusted, so somebody else has to come here and do it.
Oh, that's some funny shit.
I didn't really care the first time that you told me you were going to take it off, because if you take it off, you take it off. As long as I have a new one put back on, so be it.
Yeah, no, because hey, last thing you don't want is cold water. That's a hell of a shower.
It is. Maybe you do.
Actually, Lately, I've been happy about having cold showers because it's been hot, so hot. Yesterday, I was so I went to the reason why I wasn't here yesterday was because I was part of the volunteers for the Darren Dalton Foundation, which Darren Dalton was a catcher for the Philadelphia Phillies and died of a brain tumor.
Okay.
And so they have been doing they do a lot of awareness stuff and things of that nature, and they do it with the Phillies. Well, yesterday was a golf outing, and I tell you, so I got painted up, and it's funny when I get painted up and I'm in Phillies gear and I'm not pinstriped. But the reason why I didn't do pinstripe is because it was hot, and obviously if I do pinstripes while it's hot, everything becomes pink rather than white with red pinstripes.
Sure.
It doesn't hold. So, but it didn't matter because the whole thing didn't hold because it was hot and muggy and sticky and it was I definitely looked worse for wear. When you're out because I was out at the putting green. I will say this though. The only person I saw make a putt yesterday, was me, and I made 2 of them.
Nice.
Which was, not. I wasn't playing the game. We had 2 putting greens. I was, a volunteer for that, and people would come in and pay $20, and if you put it in the hole, you get your choice of anything. Well, I made it in the hole on 2 different putting greens. Nice. And the one guy's he's like, I didn't see anybody else make a putt. And I'm not a good golfer, but I do know how to run a putting green. I know how to putt most times. So
I bet you know how to putt.
You're going to die, clown.
I have a serious question for Pags, though.
Uh-oh.
I was reading Pags, this article just now, and Sirianni's a little pissed off right now. Hey, Sirianni's a little pissed right now. Apparently, there have been some reports that people felt that the Eagles was carrying Jalen Hurts. They felt that Saquon Barkley's numbers were up, that his passing attempts were down, his yardage was down. I don't know. I mean, you're much more of an Eagles aficionado. I'm just telling you what I read. I'm not saying that's what I'm saying. But a lot of people are thinking, and Hurts is my guy. He's a hometown boy for me. So it kind of makes me
take though.
Do you think that the ring is going to look any different?
I didn't say it would.
Still going to be a nice ring.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? When you have a overly dominant running game, of course, your passing number goes down. It's supposed to, because you're doing this.
You know what though? In that Super Bowl, the 56 yards from Saquon didn't give him the MVP.
Oh, I understand.
The 0 touchdowns by Saquon didn't give him the MVP.
Yep.
You know who got the MVP? Oh, Mr. Jalen Hurts.
You
know what I mean? All that ring's still going to look beautiful. He's still got a world championship. You know who doesn't have a world championship?
Tim McManus. Nah, man. Hey, look, and again, I understand you're wanting to get mad at me because
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you.
But I'm just saying, it's your boy McManus that wrote the article. I just read some of the highlights off the article. That's all.
That's all. They could say whatever they want to. You know what? The truth of the matter is it's jealousy. They are trying now. I feel like that they are trying to do anything they can to try to knock down the team that I think is the best team in the NFL right now.
I mean, a lot of this actually just has to do with, like you said at the beginning of the show, there's just not a lot of other sports going on. So they're just trying to fill airspace. Because, I mean, outside of the WNBA and soccer, there's not a lot going on, right? Yeah. So, I mean, based on that, this is the time where you see some of the most ridiculous hot takes out there because there's just nothing to talk about. So they're just putting out topics to make people mad because then they can go back and forth about it for hours because they have hours of TV spots to fill.
I just like how Pax got mad at me and went Dallas on me. Damn.
No. I love to do that because you're the one that brought it up, and I just wanted to let you remind
I brought it up. You know,
I wanted to remind you, Dak Prescott has not been to an NFC Championship game.
No, he is not.
I just want to remind you that. I just want to remind Jay that Jaden Daniels has more playoff wins than Dak Prescott.
Hey, you know what? And when's the last time you've been relevant? Sit there and be quiet.
This year, we in the playoffs this year.
Oh,
yeah, but you guys lost in round one because
you were in the fucking playoffs.
Hold on. You're talking about Green Bay, but you're a Bears fan. Oh no, I'm a Vikings fan. Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Who are you a fan of? He's a Vikings fan. You guys ain't won shit ever.
His fandom kind of floats a little bit.
But you know what? The Vikings have been in an NFC Championship game. It was in 2018.
We've been in 3 NFC Championship games since the Cowboys last made one.
So you're telling me that you've always been the bridesmaid. You just have never been the bride, or you're just a good, comfortable side piece. That's what the Vikings are, a good, comfortable side piece.
Well, you can think about that all you want. At the moment, Dallas still sucks.
So
do the Vikings, though. Yeah, so do the Vikings.
And to answer your question here, Rob, it's been fun. It's been fun being in the media room and all of that. In fact, you might even get to see some of that tomorrow because it'll be the last Storm home game before their All-Star break. And their game time is noon Pacific, which means I would be in the pregame press conference about the time this show starts. So yeah, I might try and be live from inside the media room.
There you go.
On Thursday?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, I may or may not be here tomorrow because tomorrow, amongst everything else, is National Hot Dog Day. And I bet
you do love a good hot dog.
And anybody who has been watching my Instagram will realize that I have partnered with the Philly Pretzel Factory. And Philly Pretzel Factory is offering $1 pretzel dogs tomorrow. And I will be doing an appearance and promoting their $1 pretzel dogs.
Okay. Well, based on that, it sounds like we might not have a show tomorrow because
I'm gonna pretzel dog.
Engaged.
You have a Philly Pretzel Factory?
I want a pretzel dog.
You don't have a Philly Pretzel Factory down there?
No. Damn, I wish I did. That actually really sounds good. And it's affordable. It's $1 hot dog. How much better does it get than that? You're out there drinking your beer.
Listen,
you get
you know what? Not only that, but if you download the Philly Pretzel Factory app and you show them in the store, they will give you 1 free pretzel dog.
Oh, there you go. All right.
I bet you do love hot dogs, Joe.
Hey, the minor league team up in Wisconsin had 10-cent hot dogs on
Nobody
Sunday.
cares about the minor league hockey team out in the glaciers.
I said minor league baseball, not hockey, and I said they had
hockey,
10-cent hot
softball,
dogs.
Baseball. It's all Nordic women out there running around. Who cares?
But it was the 10-cent dogs. And you know what? Speaking of which, as you said that with the Nordic women, one of the girls who was with us, she's a Phillies ball girl.
Nice.
She's actually going to be trying out for the women's baseball league.
Oh, very cool.
It was kind of cool. I was talking to her about that, and she plays softball. She says she's never played baseball a day in her life, so it might be a little different. She is definitely on the power hitting side. Like she could play first base and catcher and stuff like that, and things like that. So it would be it'll be interesting to see if she makes it. She coaches a couple of teams. She's like really big on like all that stuff like that was going on. Like I was just her knowledge amongst all of that stuff was pretty outstanding. And one of the ladies that are running that is part of the Phillies organization.
Oh, wow.
And they have been trying to talk her into trying out.
So, I mean, if she does try out, we should have her on and ask her how that process went.
Yeah,
because, that would be pretty cool to hear kind of how it is they were trying to assemble this startup league. Like that could be kind of awesome.
I'm going to try to keep tabs and stuff like that. If she makes the team, I'm just going to go down there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down there and support. Just like I think that would be a lot of fun to kind of be a part of. And just, again, this is like, I know that there are a lot of jokes that are kind of said on this show regarding that. But I am in 100% of support of any woman activity.
And we got Tip in the house, the host of the Tipping Point. Thanks for stopping in, bro.
Oh, awesome.
Good times.
So yeah, that would be kind of fun to be a part of and see if she does make it. And my expectation is that she'll make one of the teams. She just her knowledge alone.
Total? Did it say how many teams?
There's going to be 6.
6 total teams?
Yeah. And they still don't know where they're going to play yet. So they're assembling these teams without actually having the cities locked down as of yet.
Yeah,
so I don't even know what cities are going to get the team.
Well, it could be set up like that Athletes Unlimited softball league right now, where you have the Talons, the Valor, the Blaze, and there's another team. But because it's like the inaugural season this year, all 4 teams are playing in the same city every week, and they're treating like the inaugural season as like a travel season where they're going to different cities. And then next year,
I'm not a big
one of the
fan
teams
of
gets
that
their own
like
spot.
that.
It doesn't sound like they're doing it that way. It sounds like they are looking for stadiums and sponsorship at this point. So it sounds like they don't have that part of it worked out. That's speculation. That's just based on what I've read. So,
I unfortunately, as I see what you're doing there, I suspect that this is going to be like, it wouldn't surprise me if it's DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York,
exactly.
Like
very regional.
New York to DC being like the furthest, and like maybe Pittsburgh and Cleveland, or Boston. Reason being is that can all be a Acela. Like you could take a train from DC to Boston and get there in like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, maybe at the most, comfortably, inexpensively. Those are the things. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're working something out with like Amtrak to be able to do that. I mean, in the league of their own, I mean, it was Wrigleyville and then all of Wisconsin and stuff like that right up on the side. It was all cities that were on the side of Lake Michigan. Yeah.
Well, and you have to assume it's going to be very regional to keep travel costs down.
Right now.
Exactly. So
and I wouldn't be surprised. The other thought I was on that was that these would be dual city teams, but dual coast. Do it on the East Coast and do it on the West Coast, where you're able to get like LA, Anaheim, San Diego, maybe even San Francisco. So it could be like the Philadelphia, San Francisco,
whatever. Yeah.
No, I'm with you. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm not saying that the Dolls should be a name of a team, but I'm just saying that I think that because then that does coast to coast and gets more exposure.
That's right. Direct your hate mail at the Philly Sports Guy on Instagram.
I just saw the Portland just got a WNBA team. Portland Fire?
Yeah, they did announce the name today. So they're bringing back the Fire. They had the Fire back from 2000, 2002, if I remember right. So they're bringing back that nameplate. But yeah, they're one of the expansion cities for this next season. It's them in
Toronto.
It really blows my mind, though, that, you know, Houston has not been, and I don't know if Houston is just turning it down or nobody's just interested in Houston doing it, but I'm just surprised that we haven't got
Houston.
Yeah, but seriously, I mean, like, for four WNBA championships, you'd think that they'd bring it back to the city of Houston. It's not like we weren't supporting it. I mean, we were giving it more than enough support.
Sure.
I don't know why they took it, but they just never came back. But yeah, I see Portland Fire and all these other ones going up. I'm like, why is Houston not in the talk of the market?
I am going to regret saying this right now.
and that's all the time we have for today.
I was going to say, yeah, it's if you notice, they are doing it in Democrat cities. And that's why I believe Houston is not on the list. Just an opinion.
Matt, the Philly sports guy on Instagram.
But if you notice, they're all blue cities.
Right.
They're all blue cities, and I can't. That's just a fact.
That's a real thing. Yeah, that's a real thing.
I can't say for anything different than that. But
it is interesting.
On that note, it was great. It was great being on the show, and I will have to hand in my resignation off air.
Yeah, I mean, this might be the last live. Man, thanks for tuning in today. We did eventually talk about some sports, so there we go. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe, and otherwise we will see you on Thursday, as tomorrow is going to be a busy day for everybody involved. So see you all on Thursday. Take it easy, everybody.
Later, guys.